Washington, USA. The United States will immediately donate $2 billion for the development and equitable distribution of COVID-19 vaccines globally, and will contribute another $2 billion in the coming months, in an attempt to assume international leadership against the disease pandemic. U.S. President Joe Biden will formally announce this commitment this Friday, which amounts to a total of $4,000 million until 2022 during a virtual G7 summit, the first international meeting in which the new president participates since he came to power in January. "This pandemic is not going to end unless we end it globally," a senior U.S. official, who requested anonymity, said Thursday during a telephone press conference to give details of the announcement. The United States joined the World Health Organization (WHO) COVAX platform at the end of January, created to promote equitable access to vaccines against COVID-19, and has now decided to challenge the main economies of the world to drive efforts to distribute them globally. To this end, the U.S. government will deliver, immediately, over the next month, an initial contribution of $2,000 million to the Alliance for Gavi Vaccines, which participates in COVAX and seeks to increase access to the anti-COVID vaccine in 92 countries with developing economies, explained the aforementioned official. The United States plans to donate an additional $2 billion to that initiative throughout 2021 and 2022, and will disburse the first $500 million of that second tranche once the donations that have already been promised other countries are delivered and distributed. The first doses to developing nations, the White House said. In addition, during the summit this Friday, Biden will ask the main economies of the world, gathered in the G7, to follow his example and contribute billions of dollars more in resources to support the global vaccination campaign against COVID-19, added the White House in a statement sent to FA. The Gavi Alliance warned in November that it needed to raise an additional $5 billion in 2021 to continue the COVAX program, after raising an initial $2 billion last year to fund access to 2 billion doses of vaccines anti-COVID. The White House is confident that its $2 billion donation and the promise of another $2 billion will motivate other countries to increase their contributions to the initiative, to meet and exceed Gavi's $5 billion target as soon as possible. "We believe that it is likely that it will take at least $15,000 million to be able to really boost the supply of vaccines around the world and improve the distribution systems," said the aforementioned official. The United States, the country most affected in the world by the pandemic in absolute terms, with more than 27.8 million infections and 492,000 deaths, is also considering donating its surplus vaccine directly once it reaches the doses it considers enough to inoculate its entire population, said that source. If you are not subscribed to this channel, we invite you to subscribe. Activate the bell so that contents like this will be notified and you become part of the history. Until next time.